Good afternoon, Zinger Nation. My name is Logan, and this is Moon or Bust, your home for all things crypto at Benzinga. I am here with Ryan McNamara, the one and only co-host of Moon or Bust. How are you today, Ryan?
Doing well, thanks, Logan.
Thank you. Good to hear. I heard you made a TikTok a little bit earlier. You want to shout out your page real quick?
0x Ryan Trades. Logan inspired me to make a TikTok. He gained like 200 followers in like 4 months. I wasn't expecting him to become an influencer. Yet here we are. So now I got to catch up, get up to 200 followers. Maybe I'll hit 250 before Logan hits 250. Fingers crossed. I just put out a banger, so go watch it when you get 15 seconds.
The race is on. Go follow me too at 0x Logan Ross. All right, that's enough about that. Ryan, what are we going to be talking about on today's show? What's going on in the crypto markets? How are we going to make money this weekend?
Man, airdrops galore. We'll talk about ApeCoin. I know you guys have heard about ApeCoin time and time again on the roadmap and on Moon or Bust, but some new info just dropped last night. So we're going to go over that, show you guys how you can mint if you KYC'd, how you can pick it up on the secondary markets. There's a lot going into this. And Logan, actually, did you hear? Actually, Dutch auctions are bullshit.
Dutch auctions are bullshit, man. I called that one ahead of time. I said, there's no way Yuga does a Dutch auction. That is not scaling, right? That people won't understand that. And so I say they're going to do a flat price, make it easy for everybody to understand, to get in, to ape into this metaverse land sale. And that was confirmed last night. 305 ApeCoin per plot of land. Ryan, we're getting one airdrop to each of us from our mutants, but are you going to be picking up any more?
Hell yeah, I picked up, well, I'm planning on picking up hopefully 6. We'll see how it goes because we can mint 2 and then 4 more in the second round if there are some left. So I'm hoping to get 6 total. I guess 7 when you count the mutant ape land, but we'll see how it goes. I bet there's going to be some gas wars going on, but not so much as there would be if there was a Dutch auction. If there was a Dutch auction, it wouldn't even matter if it was 500 ApeCoin. There are whales out there that would just scoop up all of this land, and you'd have to probably pay thousands of dollars in gas fees. But gas fees are probably still going to be ridiculous. We've never seen an NFT collection release 100,000 pieces, and this is definitely going to be the most hyped launch there has ever been in NFTs. So definitely not only get your ApeCoin ready, but you have to get your ETH ready. Unfortunately, we'll be paying really high network fees for this. I don't even know how much I need to set aside. Like, what do you think? How much?
0.1 ETH per mint.
That's it?
Nah, yeah, maybe it might be a little bit more.
To be safe, I'm gonna probably budget like half an ETH
per NFT.
No, so I think
gas?
you can mint 2 in the first transaction for gas, yeah. And then the second drop when you can mint 4, I think that's when all hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, then it will be like half an ETH per mint.
Yeah,
if it's truly that competitive.
We'll see.
So why is it that competitive? What is at stake here? What we talked about some resale predictions for these NFT metaverse plots of land on last week's episode, but there's something else called the Codas that's bringing a lot of attention to the space. A lot of underground hype around Codas. Yuga Labs created the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they're creating their second project ever now, separate from the Bored Ape Yacht Club. These are the Codas. They're involved in the metaverse in the Otherside lands, but we don't know too much about them. We know that one of every 10 NFT plots of land that are sold will have one that comes with it, right?
Well, that's not even announced yet, actually. So that's leaked information. It could be 10%. It could be 5% because there's 10,000 total and there's only 100,000 pieces of land coming out. There's 55,000 for sale. And I guess they technically didn't even say that there's going to be 100,000, but Bored Apes and Mutant Apes are going to be airdropped land. So that's 30,000. And then there's the public sale, which is 55,000. So we're up to 85,000. And in the leaked slide deck, it said that they were going to issue out 100,000. So most people are speculating that they're saving 15,000 plots of land for the team and investors and other things like that, which is pretty interesting. We haven't really seen a big allocation of NFTs go to Yuga Labs team before. I don't really know how I feel about it, but I bet they'll do something really cool with that land.
And also, like, if you give it to the team, it incentivizes them to add more value to the project, right? That's a great way to align your incentives with your employees. So I don't personally have a problem with it. I think that you need to pay them somehow. If they want to get paid in NFT lands, cool.
Did you see why they're charging 305 ApeCoin?
I did not. Tell me.
It's the area code of
Miami?
Miami.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Got you. I
Is that
like it.
teasing something to come? Do you think they'll do some IRL stuff in Miami?
Well, here's the thing. The Bored Ape Yacht Club team is from Miami. They put this together in Miami. The Otherside, you know, that bar you saw with like the in the lagoon or whatever it was, that is supposed to be Miami in 20, 30 years from now.
Not looking good. Rip Miami.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I watched the interview with Yuga Labs CEO. I thought it was really fascinating. She's really, really impressive. And she explained that there was a lot of Miami ties with the project. So I guess that's another nod to the city. I think that if we do see the Bored Ape Yacht Club, open up their own nightclub, it will be in Miami without a doubt.
100%. Speaking of the Bored Ape Yacht Club releasing their very own clubs, I guess this isn't a club. That was a terrible transition. But do you think that they'll have a secondary marketplace upon launch or soon thereafter launch that's only in ApeCoin, or maybe it's ApeCoin and ETH?
I tend to think so. It's like, what is Yuga Labs gonna do once they get all this ApeCoin, right? If people get all these NFTs, they take them over to OpenSea and start selling them for ETH. They basically are selling their ApeCoin into ETH, right? So I think that Yuga Labs is gonna want to try to keep this incentive for ApeCoin price go up, but we will see what happens. That's my question is, will this create a supply shock, or will the lack of demand right afterwards cause the price to go down? Is ApeCoin going to go up or down after the land sale, Ryan? What do you think?
It's really hard to tell. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I would think that maybe some people would be dumping their ApeCoin if they weren't able to actually get the land sale, but the way that they did it, I think everybody who has enough ApeCoin to buy will probably be buying.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see another jump before the mint? It hit $30 yesterday for a brief moment. Are we going to see something else before tomorrow?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a liquidity rush into ApeCoin before tomorrow. We have until 9 p.m. on Saturday. That's the new time of the mint. They first announced it was going to be Saturday morning. Now you can, I think it's like approve your wallet in the morning. So you have some time to do that. Won't be super high gas fees. And then at 9 p.m., the auction actually starts. So I bet we'll see close to $30 ApeCoin by then. Obviously not financial advice, but I think there still is room to grow. You saw that tweet I sent you, Logan, on Twitter about how there's only 17,000 holders of more than 300 ApeCoin right now, and they're selling 55,000 plots of land. So things might get interesting.
Yeah, I think they will for sure. That insight onto the ApeCoin holders, those wallets, that was really, really impressive. So like maybe if there's, you said there's 17,000 with more than 300. So there's probably what, 5,000 with more than, enough to buy 3 or 4.
I saw a stat on how many people own 610 after that they announced that there's only 300, or it's 305 ApeCoin for the sale. I think it was around 9,000. I want to say that number might be off, but less than or around half as many people actually have 610 ApeCoin. So some will probably only be minting 1, and I'm hoping that the second wave comes about so we can mint 4 on that one.
Ryan, we have a question from Looping Solus. How much for one land on secondary?
The short answer is 305 ApeCoin, which just a couple weeks ago was around $2,000. So
it's not secondary.
On secondary.
On secondary,
so
yeah.
So primary sale, 305 ApeCoin, around $6,000 in today's money. Secondary, we made this prediction last time. You went high, I went a little bit low. Now that we know the mint is actually 2.4 ETH, I'm going to say more, but I guess 2.5 ETH. It's probably going to be more like 4 or 5 ETH, I would say, for the floor. There's definitely going to be some profit to be made because not everybody KYC'd their wallets. So some people will end up picking this up off the secondary markets, but we'll see what it goes for. I bet the Mutant Ape land will be around 10 ETH. Bored Ape land's probably going to be ridiculous since there's only 10,000 of them. I mean, it's a huge collection though, 55,000. We saw the Bobu token be released by Azuki. That's a 40,000 piece collection. There's not too much utility with it. It's more of a governance token, so it's not super expensive, but still 40,000 NFTs and it's 0.2. So, I mean, that's one thing to look at. But another thing to look at is the Sandbox and Decentraland. The Sandbox has over 160,000 plots, and there's only going to be 55,000 of this normal Bored Ape land, so about a third as much. So I bet the floor price will be significantly higher than the Sandbox right after mint. And the Sandbox land, I think, is around 2 ETH right now.
Yeah, my guesses are going up as well. I think that floor price will be maybe even 10. You know, Mutant Land could be 20, Ape Land could be 50, like right off the rip. Especially if there are these codas, then people are just going to be grabbing them up like crazy, hoping to get one. Um, yeah, it's going to be ridiculous day tomorrow. We're gonna have to link up so that we can, plan this out together. But it's good that it moved back to 9 o'clock. You know what I just realized is like Henry was like, "Oh, I have to walk for graduation at 9 in the morning, so I'm not gonna be able to do it." Now they pushed it back to 9 o'clock at night, so you have all day to register your wallet, and then you'll be able to mint at 9 o'clock if you whitelisted or have a buddy who or not whitelisted, who KYC'd. If you KYC'd or if you got a buddy that KYC'd who's willing to help you out, then you should stay on top of that tomorrow. Mitch in the chat, what's up, Money Mitch? You guys play live on Twitch or what? Play what? Are you talking about Decentraland? I'm not too sure. Let us know. And I also want to toss it out to the chat. Let us know what other projects and coins you are looking at this week. I know we've been very focused on ApeCoin because the entire market is. That's the only thing that's going up right now. But if you have seen anything else, you want to talk about anything else in the crypto space, drop a comment. Let us know. If you want to keep going on ApeCoin, we can do that too.
So Logan, we made some predictions last week about the Metaverse land drop, and some of them were wrong. We said that all these blue chip collections will probably be whitelisted, like CryptoPunks, Meebits, World of Woman, Cryptodes, and they actually didn't get whitelisted, but they're in that trailer. So what do you think that means? Is it only going to be like maybe they're interoperable within the Metaverse land? What I think is they might be launch partners for exchange like OpenSea afterward that all of those collections will be on right off the gate. But do you have any speculation on this topic?
I think that they'll probably be the first projects that are integrated into like the metaverse. If you want to go walk around with your cool cat, you'll be able to do that, and they'll probably add more over time. But they didn't get any benefits, so we'll see what happens. Did CryptoPunks and Meebits they got benefits, right?
They're not whitelisted. There's nothing official still.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they might
Very
get
interesting.
Metaverse land in the graveyard. That's what I heard on Twitter.
What's the graveyard?
I don't know. We'll have to find out when they release the land.
Oh shoot!
It's just a leak, man. I don't know.
I'm actually one of the things I'm most curious about is to see how they differentiate the mutant land from the Bored Ape land from the other parts of land. Are they going to be separate collections? Probably not. Will they have an attribute? I hope so. I hope that it will be pretty easy to distinguish mutant land from Bored Ape land and from the normie land. So then our airdrop becomes worth more. I think that's going to be a big contingency to see where the resale prices are, right? If this mutant land gets you special perks, then it's obviously going to be worth more. Would love to know. I played a little bit of both. Mitch is talking about Sandbox and Decentraland. Yeah, I do not play those games just because there's not really anything to do. I've played them a couple of times, just messed around. But right now I'm playing Cool Pets. We could do Cool Pets today too if you.
Yeah, Cool Pets would be fun.
Yeah.
I think we just don't know what we're looking for in Decentraland because we have some friends that have fun in that game. But I mean, these plots of lands are probably like super far away and you have to teleport there. And we're kind of normies when it comes to actually using Decentraland. But that would be cool if we just like explored the actual fun things to do, because I know we've done it on the show like once or twice where we just like go into the middle of Decentraland, walk around, see some cool characters, see what people are building. But I'd like to go to maybe like a casino or a museum, do something actually cool in Decentraland. That'll take a little bit of research though. Maybe we do that next week or in a couple weeks.
We got a question in the chat. What is Codas, Ryan? Can you tell us what we know so far, albeit it being very little?
I wish I knew what a Coda was. It's like a flying little koala guy. We don't really know exactly what it is, but it's a collection of 10,000 NFTs from Yuga Labs. So I think that says it all, but it's in the trailer. They were carrying around these bored apes, flying them out through the metaverse. Pretty interesting, 10,000 of them, like I said. So I bet they're going to be really expensive, and they're going to be randomly airdropped to holders of the Otherside land. So that'll be really interesting to see what the floor price will be. But if I had to guess, they're gonna probably be like 40, 50 ETH. I mean, it's the mascot of the Otherside land. If you go to the Otherside Twitter, you'll see the Coda face is their logo, kind of like how the Bored Ape is the logo for Yuga Labs' other collections.
Very, very interesting. What if the Codas are like the goats of the Otherside land?
They probably will be. Yeah. I think they'll be more important to the Otherside as far as playability and utility than Bored Apes or Mutant Apes. There's only 10,000.
Fascinating. All right, so here's the thread that came out yesterday. We got Crypto Hunter in the chat. Can you pull up the tweet? I posted a picture of the Codas. Also, we got Brent out there. What's good, Brent? How you doing today? But yeah, this is, I think, the tweet that you're referring to. We got this picture of the Codas, and we also saw them in the trailer. Ryan, you told me about this article this morning. Dutch auctions are actually bullshit. Oh, here's the TLDR. You wanna read it for
I
us?
can't.
Okay. NFT Dutch auctions are actually bullshit. They do not successfully mediate demand, nor do they negate gas wars in highly anticipated mints. Especially problematic when you consider that the other deed mint may be one of the largest high demand NFT mints ever. All the usual problems with NFT gas wars would be exacerbated by the sheer number of NFTs to be minted, which result in a gas war of historic proportions. So actually, fuck doing a Dutch auction. This is awesome. This is a Web3 company right here. Great branding, great communication strategies. This is why Yuga continues to win here. Crypto Hunter says all of the land types, coders, and accessories. Maybe if it's on your page, I can find you. Crypto.
Well, the other thing that was
Hunter.
really interesting about that article Yuga Labs posted yesterday is they named them other deeds. They didn't call it land. So if I had to guess, there's going to be another reveal down the road, a few weeks, maybe a few months, where you actually get the land. So I bet you won't even see if you have a coder or not when you get this. It's just an other deed. So it's going to be like a deed to a land, I assume. I mean, from the name.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I was wondering about that as well. The other deed mint. Interesting. Maybe it's like I guess it's not ready yet. Like the metaverse isn't ready yet, so it's not really like a usable land. It's just a deed for now.
But do you think you'll see the traits, or you think it's going to be like a typical NFT reveal where you have to wait until the art's revealed to actually know what properties that your NFT has?
Yeah, it'll probably take a minute for the reveal, especially for the normal ones. The mutant ones might be coming out sooner. But like we saw the artifact pods, those were with Nike. Those looked really cool. Those came out pretty quickly. You could explore them. Oh, I got a legendary quest. Let's go. Investigate why all the milks turn sour. Will do. Playing a little bit of Cool Pets in the background. If you're confused at what's going on here, this is the Cool Cats NFT game that's going on. But we can go back and forth since it's not too interesting to complete these quests. You just want to see what's at the end. All right, Ryan, where should we go? Crypto Hunter, I'm still looking for the photos. If you could drop like a link or something or tell me a better way to find it, that'd be great. But Ryan, I got a question from the chat for you. Sol or ADA for higher 1-year returns from today?
You're going to make me say it. ADA. I'm not a fan of ADA, but I mean, Solana's at $100 right now. We saw a ton of hype with Solana last year that we haven't really seen with ADA since the beginning of the spring. And I mean, a year is a long time. They might actually be able to release something. NFTs are coming out on Cardano now. I saw last week they're actually making some applications. So they're trying to build out their ecosystem. I bet that will succeed mildly and that'll get a bunch of hype for the token. We'll see what happens, but I could see it, going up significantly if that hype comes back around, and have it be like it was, back May 2021 when everyone was talking about Cardano, even though they didn't have a product.
Cardonks. Yo,
What
they
do you
got
think,
smart
Logan?
contracts, bro.
You think Solana or Cardano?
I think Solana.
Okay.
I haven't really put too much thought into
Yeah.
it, but I think Solana just because the NFT trend will take over.
Honestly, they're going to have similar returns.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to think too hard. If you're just going to buy and hold something like that, it's like a medium risk play for cryptocurrency.
We just got muted for talking about ADA. No more talking about it. Back to Ethereum. Back to the real blockchain. This is actually on Polygon, which is interesting. So the NFTs for Cool Pets are based on Ethereum, as you can maybe see. My wallet's not connected. Ruel, boo, come back, talk about ADA. Check out Ruel Report Monday nights if you're looking for some hidden gems. But Ryan, check this stuff out, okay? And so not only are mutants back at 40, Bored Apes are at 152. But here's the most interesting thing that I saw on OpenSea today was if we look through these sales, the activity on the Ethereum name service, you're about to see some crazy high numbers, okay? I'm not sure if you could read the prices from there, but I'll pick out a couple big ones and show them off to you. First of all, I just want to point out that all of these are half an ETH, right? Huge numbers across 1 ETH on this one. Let's see. I saw some for selling for like 5, 6, 10 earlier. 1 ETH. Come
What are
on
we
now.
looking at for the viewers who might be confused right now?
Oh, yeah. So this is the Ethereum name service. Think about it as like your handle or your username for Ethereum, for your Web3 brand, personality, NFTs, applications, whatever it is. These are, usernames, domains that can point you back to a variety of things. They have some cool integrations as well. So if we just take a look at I own one called getmoney.eth. If you type in a .xyz after any .eth domain, you have this little page that they made for you, and you can see all of your NFTs here. Pretty cool way to check out people's wallets, check out their NFT portfolios. Just another added bonus of these .eth domains, right? So you can have these .eth domains forever. They're permanent ownership. You get to, once you buy it, once you're the owner of it, you get it forever. Okay, here's a perfect example. This one sold for 3 ETH, just yes,
You have to renew
just a
these
few
though,
2
right?
hours ago. You do have to renew them. This one's 3,000 .eth and it sold for 3 Ether. That's pretty significant. So
So where's the alpha?
where's the alpha? That's the question. If we look at the entire history of these transactions, of these domains reselling on OpenSea, you see that the volume of these past 2 days is unmatched in the entire history of the protocol, right? Tons of hype around airdrop time, but this just came out of nowhere. I think people are finally starting to realize what this is. It's like the dot-com bubble all over again, except now you have ownership, right? So it's not like it's not going to be taken away. There's no, other companies that could steal these domains from you. And if you think about social media too, it's like people get their handles taken by celebrities all the time, right? And so this prevents that. This is permanent. And we got some TikToks about it too. I made a bunch of TikToks about ENS last week. Maybe I was the reason that it blew up. I don't know. We'll see. Here, where's the alpha though? That's your question. Finding the good words that are still left, right? You can kind of think about these NFTs as, just another JPEG, or you can think about it as a digital brand, right? Because the tooling of the Ethereum name service goes so far beyond what, most JPEGs are today. This is going to be one of the first things that flips people's perspective on NFTs, not just being JPEGs, not just being art, but being utility tokens. Bored Ape Yacht Club airdrops another utility, but that's still, people still see JPEG, right? It's like, oh, what is this domain? That will get people interested in the other applications of NFTs, I think. So if you can go on Ethereum name service app.ens.domains, and you should get your name. That's the alpha. Get your friend's name. I got incentivized.eth. I think that says it all. See how when I log in, boom, just like that. That's sick. Whenever I go on Uniswap, OpenSea, whatever it is, it has that ENS integration, which is really cool.
So what are the most expensive ENS domains right now? I've seen like the 3 and 4 digits. Can you explain that? Why are people buying these up? How are those the only ones going up, or is everything going up? What do I actually have to buy on OpenSea to try and make a profit on ENS domains?
So I wouldn't recommend buying ENS domains on OpenSea. There's some technical difficulties with how it transfers the ownership that they're working on fixing. But once that's good, then you'll be able to, transact these over secondary market really easily. Right now, I would recommend just trying to find your own and just minting it yourself. Because if you wait till the gas is low, you can do it for like 20 bucks. And if you manage to sell it for an ETH, if you get something cool, hold it for a few months, you go from 20 bucks to an ETH, like light work, right? I think there's the most upside potential of potentially any NFT project on the market right now. These are going to be huge. Coinbase is integrating them, right? Coinbase is going to give every one of their users an ENS subdomain from Coinbase.eth. You can add on like Ryan.coinbase.eth, right? They're going to give those all out to every one of their customers for free. Everybody will be onboarded into ENS, whether or not they even realize it. Boom. All right, Ryan, you just picked up an ENS domain, a 3-letter one. In fact, what's so special about the 3-letter ENS domains?
So I did some napkin math, and there are only, I think it's like 900 that are digits, right? So 3 random numbers: 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5, and those are the ones right now that are selling for. The last I saw, the price floor on those were like 7 ETH, right? And the next up was around half an ETH for 4-digit domains. Again, all numbers like 1738. I really wanted that one, wasn't able to get it. Uh, but I went to letters, right? So those are still limited in nature because you can only have so many combinations of 3 letters. I did the napkin math. There's 17,000 and some odd number of different combinations you could make with 3 different letters.
Is that true? Yeah,
Yeah,
17,576.
there you go.
26 to the third, in case you're
So
curious.
more rare than mutant apes, more rare than Azuki Bobu tokens,
That's a good
more
point.
rare than Bitcoin, more rare than Ethereum. So I don't see why it can't be worth at least a few ETH. We'll see how it goes. I do understand why the numbers are definitely more expensive. I picked mine up at the floor before even checking when I had to re-register it. I really should have done that because it was right in the metadata. But I have a month, so I can either make a short-term play, try and sell it within a month for a profit, or I can renew it. The problem with ENS domain names, maybe I shouldn't say problem, but the caveat here is the shorter the domain name is, the more you have to pay to keep the domain. So you're renting it out. Someone else could go a month from now and buy that name if I don't pay for it to be renewed.
Right.
Right.
If you don't renew it, it will be burned from your account and made available to anyone to mint again for the first time. But it's like $600 a year for those 3-letter domains. It's like $200 a year for the 4-letter domains. But 5 and beyond is $5 per year. So those are the ones that I go for. You can find a nice looking, nice sounding English word that's still available. That's where I think the alpha is, but not financial advice.
Speaking of alpha, Logan, we have a couple more airdrops I'm really, really excited for. I want to get into. So let's pull up Twitter. But if Robert has a question, talk about that first.
Yeah, how do you get into, this space? Maybe NFT Pro?
NFT Pro, yeah, for sure. Our weekly newsletter gives out NFT Alpha every week from our boy Henry. He's made calls like crazy from 0.1 ETH up to 5 ETH all the time. Obviously, those ones are a little bit harder to get because you have to get whitelisted. You actually have to do the work, grind Discords, grind Twitter, and get on those whitelists. But if you get the opportunity to mint something at 0.1, 0.2 ETH to flip it all the way to 5 to 10 ETH, there you go. That's your bag, and you can start playing with NFTs from there. You're gambling with house money at that point, essentially. So NFT Pro, great way to get started. Also, just get a MetaMask wallet. If you don't have a MetaMask wallet, get one, try it out. Don't put a lot of money on it at first because there are some learning curves and you don't want to get hacked. And even a step before that, just buy crypto. Get an account with Coinbase or eToro or FTX. Buy some crypto. If you've already done that, the next step is getting a wallet and messing around with some of these applications, like what Logan's playing right now, this stupid Cool Cats game.
So messing around with applications is a pretty good way to get airdrops. We actually just got one from Arbitrum. Tell us, wait, it was Optimism.
No,
Optimism. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a Twitter thread in the doc, Logan, if you can pull it up. But Optimism just announced an airdrop, and it's going to be retroactive, but it's also going to be for new users. So they're separating out. It's really interesting. Not the Arbitrum one, Logan, the Optimism one first. But Arbitrum is teasing one as well. So you can get your hands on both of these still. So listen closely. But Optimism is giving out thousands of tokens to people essentially just for using their network. So you can see here about 100,000 people have used Optimism. We'll be getting some coins. If you're a repeat Optimism user, meaning you use it for more than 4 weeks, at least once a week, you're getting an extra 1,500 or so tokens, and only 20,000 people, me included, did that one. And then there were these other ones, but it's absolutely insane. If you did all 6 of these, you're getting 30,000 tokens. I have no idea what the price is going to be. If I had to guess, maybe around $5. But if you did all of these, you got 30,000 tokens. They gave huge bonuses out to the people who are really involved in the ecosystem, which I think is really smart. But it'll be interesting to see how many tokens you can actually get after this airdrop, because everyone's going to be gaming it. You're basically going to be competing with everyone else to get these free tokens. But man, I'm really excited for this one. I haven't used Optimism since over the summer. I used it. So this is what I did. I used it on Uniswap to make really, really close ranges to earn a bunch of fees, because on Optimism, it's like 50 cents for a transaction fee. So I can do that, earn like 1% a day, hopefully not too much impermanent loss, take out my position and re-enter the very next day. So that's what I did to get this Optimism airdrop. But there's a million different things you could have done to get it.
So Ryan, some airdrops go up after release, some airdrops just go straight down after release. What's the difference? How can you try to guess which one it's going to be?
So to my knowledge, the only coin that's actually seen new all-time highs after a few days after the drop was ApeCoin. And that was like $14.28. So very, very successful because there's so much utility and you can buy these NFTs coming out tomorrow with them. But most of these airdrops only go down in value. So I am kind of incentivized to sell these tokens when they come out because at the end of the day, they're just governance tokens. I shouldn't say just because that is an important responsibility to have. But there's not going to be a ton of buyers coming in for these tokens. There's no real reason a retail user needs to buy it other than speculation, at least at this point, don't you think?
Yeah. So what made ApeCoin different? What did they do differently that made their airdrop successful versus these other governance token airdrops that have flopped?
Well, ApeCoin isn't just a governance token. You can use it for the NFT land, like I said, and that's the big thing that has happened over the past few days. Everyone who has gotten whitelisted for the Metaverse land sale is buying up this ApeCoin. It's gone up like 100%. But there's also speculation that will be used on secondary markets, that there could be a completely separate marketplace for Yuga Labs to use. So a lot of things in the works that just don't typically happen with other governance tokens.
Meme of the day, Ryan. They don't even know I own a mutant Ape Yacht Club.
Dude,
Just by having all the drip
I
on.
got this merch, and now it's worth $20,000.
Did you actually pay 20 grand?
Paid 20 grand for this merch because I bought it in ApeCoin.
Dude, you're joking, right?
I'm joking. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy, dude. People are joking about the ApeCoin merch, the Bored Ape Yacht Club merch that came out right after ApeCoin, being the Bitcoin pizza part 2, right? Somebody spent thousands of Bitcoin on a pizza when it was only 20 bucks, and that pizza, man, hopefully is retired now. A lot of people spend a lot of ApeCoin on these merch pieces that is now worth a lot more. Once again, Yuga smart reaccumulating that asset before it goes way up in price.
Should we talk Arbitrum?
Yes.
This is one that you guys can actually get your hands on because it's months out. I probably won't be able to read it, Logan, so you might have to read the thread, but it's the Arbitrum airdrop thread. I have it in the doc, and this is all speculation, guys, so it's not confirmed, but I bet it's going to happen. You guys should really try and do this if you have the means. Arbitrum is hella cheap, cheaper than Optimism, cheaper than Polygon, way cheaper than Ethereum. So once you have some funds, bridge over to Arbitrum. It'll be like 1 cent to use per transaction. Logan, though, if you can kick it off with this thread, because I can't really read it, just summarize. Basically what it is a competition for NFTs, and those NFTs might entitle you to a really big airdrop in the future.
You know what'd be really cool is if I sent it over to you, you pulled it up on your screen, and I will scroll alongside.
Not signed into Restream.
What? No, I have it pulled up for you. You just need to read it.
Word.
You can just open it on your computer and read it.
Word.
You know a little bit more about it than me. You've already read this thread, so I don't want to, miss anything important or, spend too much time on anything that's not important. So tell me, I will scroll and follow along.
For sure. So 1 out of 15. Like I said, nothing concrete so far, guys. This is all speculation. But they're coming out with something called Arbitrum Odyssey. Should be pretty interesting. So basically what they're doing, they're throwing an event. It's going to start in mid-May, so a couple weeks from now, and you're going to be able to earn 17 NFTs. I think it's from 15 different protocols, and I think it was the Arbitrum DAO, some DAO on Arbitrum actually voted for which protocols to use for this. I see you already scrolled to the important part, so let's get there. Let's see. So these are the applications. There's 14 of them that you'll be able to do. And these applications will give you quests. So I don't know if this is going to be on their website. I don't know how they're going to tell you. I'd honestly just follow them all on Twitter. Follow this guy on Twitter, follow Arbitrum, and you'll be in the know. But it's probably going to be pretty simple stuff, like deposit some liquidity on Uniswap and on SushiSwap, or make a trade on SushiSwap, stuff like that. And if you do it within the 2 weeks, you'll be able to get an NFT from this drop. So I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed. You'll be getting these NFTs through Arbitrum Odyssey. The question is, what are these NFTs? What do they do? Are they going to entitle me to an airdrop later? I think the answer is yes, after seeing the Optimism airdrop rewarding you for specific functions. I mean, these are basically the closest competitors in this space right now. They're both layer 2s without a token. I think this is what's going to happen, guys. But stay tuned to find out. We'll definitely be covering this more. But I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing all 14 of these. I've already used Optimism with probably Arbitrum, not Optimism. I've used it with SushiSwap, probably Uniswap as well, but none of these other ones. So it'll be some good education too, because gas fees are super cheap, and I'll be able to use 14 applications that I've never used before for the most part. So that should be interesting, and you never know. Some of these might not have a token yet, and then boom, another airdrop down in the future. We'll see.
So We haven't seen too many NFT airdrops before. I think that the one that comes to mind is Unisocks, right? Is this, an iteration on Unisocks? Like instead of just dumping a governance token, they find a new way to incentivize people with maybe something a little bit more predictable. At least they know they're getting the NFT.
Hmm. I don't think so, and I don't think the Unisocks were actually airdropped. They had a bonding price floor, so they started off super cheap for the people who were really early and wanted a pair of socks, and then as more people bought it, they got more expensive. Kind of interesting. We don't see that much anymore, but I don't think these NFTs will be like the airdrop. I don't think they're going to even be worth that much money. Some of them might be. If Uniswap takes off, is still around in 50 years from now, and it's the biggest exchange on the planet, then hell yeah, this is going to be worth some money just from the historical value of it. But for the most part, I don't think that they're going to have much value in the short term. Where I see the value in this is if you own 17 NFTs, you get a 17,000 token airdrop. Or if you own 10 of these NFTs, you get 10,000 tokens from the airdrop. I bet that's going to happen. It's unconfirmed, but we'll see.
And so if you want to try out Arbitrum, you can go to the bridge here, bridge some funds over from the ETH mainnet, send them over. It's going to be, probably 20 to 50 bucks depending on the gas fees. But yeah, it's definitely something. If you got some free time, definitely go check out this thread, see if there's something there that interests you. And maybe there'll be more airdrops to come. Like you said, Ryan, maybe some of these other protocols, you'll get 2 for 1.
Mhm.
That'd be really cool.
Got one last piece of advice for you guys too. Try your very best to do every single one of these. Get all 14 because there's a bonus NFT coming out for everyone who actually does every single mission. So if you can go
Is there
through,
really?
yeah. So if you go through and do all 14, you want to get that last one because we saw with Optimism, if you completed every single task, instead of getting like 5,000, you got 30,000 because there's a 25,000 token bonus.
Wow.
So there could be a huge bonus if you complete every single one of these. So I'm going to try my very best to do all of these. Because 17, you do this, maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000 people will actually be doing this, but not a ton. I don't think a ton of people will be doing this. And Arbitrum is huge. They have billions of dollars locked already on their protocol, on their layer 2.
All right, we got some comments in the chat. Shout out Chris Catchy, the #1 most read writer on Benzinga.com, NFT legend right there. We got WGMI in the chat, up 400% on ApeCoin, not going anywhere.
That's what conviction looks like.
Shoo. All right, Crypto Hunter, look at the thread on the other side. What's your handle? You got to send me your handle. Crypto Hunter 0x. Maybe you changed it so I could see that. I'll try to pull it up right now. Crypto Hunter 0x. This isn't it. All right, there it is. Boom. All right, let's see this thread here. Otherside Meta Mint fast approaching. Saturday getting a little close to the most hyped launch ever. Here's what you need to know. 305. Wow, that should have been easy to guess. Volcano fire, ice and glaciers, shadowy purple gems district. I want this one. This one's sick.
I like this thread. Very visual.
Yeah. Few others, kind of 6 districts: volcano, ice, purple gems, sand dunes, rocks, and forest.
And the graveyard for
very, very interesting.
Allegedly.
And we got the Coda NFT. Boom. This is what we were talking about earlier. Ape Yacht Club just tweeted this out a couple days ago. What is a Coda? This tweet is unavailable. They're just trolling. They're seriously just trolling. This is what a Coda is. This is what it looks like. It was in the Otherside intro trailer video, carrying the Bored Ape scene in the opening scene right here. Okay, what else is there? Could it be a serum drink that will mint a Coda, similar to how Mutant... Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Look, it's a Coda serum. I never put that together.
Yeah.
Let's not forget all the NFT projects. Made an appearance. Looks like the blah, blah, blah is with the other side. Okay. Great thread, Crypto Hunter. Thank you for sharing this with us. Shout out to you. Keep us updated on this Coda stuff. I am very excited to see where this goes. If you have any more alpha on when these Codas might come out, what they might be worth, what their use case is, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Let's go back to what we were talking about before. So do you want to keep talking about airdrops? Do you want to go back to OpenSea? Do you want to look at different coins? We could do whatever, Ryan. What are you feeling?
Maybe go through coin market cap just really quickly. Let's see if there's any other coins actually going up this week. And if there's not, if nothing's too interesting, we can always browse OpenSea.
All right. Just want to show you guys how I use this item on the Cool Pet. Right now it has a grass affinity, which is not the one I wanted. I want air type affinity, so I'm just going to keep giving it these most expensive items that are the fire types and the air types. I want to get the air type Cool Pet. So that's what's going on over there. Let's pull up the top gainers of this week. MetaPay.
Dude, everything is red.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for Yuga Labs.
What's MetaPay? MetaPay Global. Oh, it's a shitcoin. They got it on their website. Nice.
That's got to be copyright infringement from Meta. Look at their logo.
Yeah. What the heck? All right. This is definitely not the place to find what we want.
Nothing's up, man. Step-in is up. That's like that. What is that called? Like the Step Fitness thing. I never really got behind that.
Is that the one where you get paid to walk?
Yeah, it's like Sweatcoin, but Sweatcoin did it first. They're also not a cryptocurrency. Step-in is a cryptocurrency. I mean, maybe it's interesting, but I don't see how you can create value from walking. So I feel like it's just kind of pump and dump type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool idea, but like, where's the long-term potential?
Then again, I have not read anything about Step-in. So if you're actually interested, do some research because I know jack shit about that.
Appreciate the honesty, Ryan. I'm going to throw another item on my Cool Pet. Where is this thread, Ruel? You could find it. We just pulled it up. All right. It still has this grass affinity. Gosh, dang it. Give him another fire type.
So since last week's episode where you're doing cool pets, have there been more creatures released on OpenSea?
Yeah,
How are the markets doing? Do you have a better idea of the traits you want? Anything like that?
Yeah. So first of all, floor price is like down bad, which I don't know why. But let's go to look at the stage. So if we go to final form, there are 937 of them in existence right now. And here's some of the attributes. All right, Ryan, pick one. Stop me. We'll take a look at it.
I don't know. Pick that blue one with the horn. Looks cool.
All right, this is a water type. Let's see. Got the penguin arms, cat back, zigzag body, starfish chest, water horn, trunk. He's a cutie. So if you had to go for one right now, based on what you're saying, this guy's sick. What are you thinking? Which type would you go for? Air, fire, water?
I have no clue.
Grass.
I have no clue what's worth what, what's rare, what's cool, what has the most utility. That guy's neat. I like the purple ones, I guess.
Yeah, that's the air type. That's the one that I'm going for. But let's see if there's any like big sales. I have not checked that. 77777. Any sales on final forms? 0.8. Jeez, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Selling the air type?
Well, the eggs probably have more utility than the actual creature, right? Because you can hatch a creature, sell it, and then get another egg, play the game again, and then get a better one, maybe, because you know how to do it.
I mean, I guess you could theoretically do that, but what the main point is to take these into battle. Take these cool pets into battle, right? So if you have a cool one, then you're gonna make a lot of money from battling with it, right? So that's what I would say is the reason to hold on to it. If you can get one of these final form ones now for like below an ETH, man, that would be a move.
But does it even cost 0.2 ETH like to feed it the milk tokens like you were doing?
What do you mean?
Because wouldn't you be better off just buying an egg and then feeding it milk tokens if it's less than 0.2 ETH, if it's 0.2 ETH more to buy the creature than it is to buy an egg? See what I'm getting at?
Yeah, well, first off, you don't really buy the milk tokens. I can show you. I'm going to buy some whistles right now because that, I think, is the cheapest air type attribute that's out there. First of all, look at this tax, 10%. That's tax. All right. So yeah, like as you can see, you get maybe 5 to 10,000 milk tokens per, the daily quest that you're allowed to do. And then you gotta use those, right? So I don't know. I think that buying them final form is probably a good way to, save a lot of time and money, especially if when the game starts coming out, they'll probably pump, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wanted to have the fun and do it myself.
Do you
And
still own any of those Adidas Metaverse NFTs?
yeah, I have one.
Did you claim
They
it?
announced that yesterday.
I think you're able to claim now.
That is a good
You
question.
definitely are, because I saw an OpenSea.
Yo,
there's
it's
two
the G
types.
Money hoodie.
Yeah, you're getting everything all at once, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that they were gonna do something different.
Yeah, me too. I guess not.
Claim now. Well, let me claim.
So this is actually a sick
Please.
deal right now. I think there's a little bit of arbitrage to do from on-chain to off-chain, from on the blockchain to in real life, because right now the phase 2 NFTs are going for 1.4 ETH last I checked, and the phase 1 was going for 1.5 ETH. So for 0.1 ETH, you could claim this real merch and then sell it as a phase 2. Take a 0.1 ETH loss, which is $300. You get a ape-themed, Adidas-themed tracksuit, the pants and the shirt. You get a hoodie and you get a beanie as well. So you get all this merch, and we've seen that Bored Ape merch will sell for sometimes over $500 for a hoodie. So I think this track jacket will probably be like $750, $1,000. It's going to be pretty expensive, I think. And then you could just make that profit from selling the clothes, sell the NFT. You could make like $1,000 pretty easily, pretty little risk here, I think.
You have no Into the Metaverse NFT. No, it's on my hardware wallet. I'm not surprised.
Sad.
Yeah, that's cool though. I'm definitely gonna claim it. That's probably the move, like you said, Ryan. If you can get all those clothes and only lower the value of the NFT by 0.1, like, come on now. I saw they dropped, but if you get all of it like off rip, then what are the other stages for?
Other stages are for like metaverse stuff now, I think. You'll be able to mint like a profile picture collection from it.
Really, really,
They
really.
teased
Wait, is that what
something
this
like
is?
that when they pumped from like 1.3 to 2.3 ETH.
Wait, check this out.
Bro, I got no clue what this is.
Oh, this is fake.
Yeah,
that's cap.
Looks fake.
Adidas Into the Metaverse. Here it is, 1.4. Wait, is the okay? Phase 1 is worth 1.5 still. The phase 2s are worth 0.38. Interesting. So they already claimed all the merch. They could still sell it for
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Especially if you minted for 0.2.
So next phase would be PFPs. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I think, but I'm not sure if it's confirmed. I haven't been following along because I did sell both of mine.
Oh, okay. When did you sell that second one?
At 2.3, right after it pumps.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That is impressive. I just sold one of mine. I got like 1.8 for it or whatever. It's not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Roll that over into some more Hearts project,
You want to show that off? I don't know if we talk about the Heart project too much, but you got 10 now. You picked up a couple extra.
I do. I'll pull it up. I do have 10 now. That is a bit much, but I like the project. I like the team. I'm bullish long term.
I think it'll play out.
The Hearts. All right. Boom. Here we go. Here's my collection. Don't have enough of them listed for sale right now, but these are my. What is this? This is
out
6,
of those,
7, 8.
I want to know your favorite. I want to know your least favorite.
I think this one's my favorite, hence it being my PFP. And then I think this one is like maybe my second favorite. This one's probably worth the most because it's the most rare. My least favorite
That one's clean too.
Yeah, this one's clean as fuck. This one is my least favorite is. I don't know. I definitely bought these two to try to flip. This one I'm going to try to flip. This one I'm going to try to flip. This one I'm going to try to flip. I'll hold this one. I'll hold this one. And then I'm going to hold this one till a big number. But let's see if my wallet is not connected. There we go. Problem solved. That's not what I want. My account, please. And I got these two yesterday. These ones I really like, both of them. Hearts are about to do an asset refresh this weekend. If they're gonna, redo all the graphics, give you the option to choose to update your metadata and update your image. You don't have to accept it. It's totally optional. You can opt in and maybe have it look a little bit more rare. I know these three-eyed characters are going to have a big refresh on that element. It's going to make it look a lot better. And this one was on the floor yesterday. I picked it up for 1.4. If you look at the triple eyed,
yeah, that's pretty expensive, but I guess it's rare, right?
well, that's literally the floor. Like the price on the triple eyes, it's 0.28, and I got it for 0.1.
Oh, I thought you said 1.
No.
I thought you said 1.4.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Go back to my profile. Right here, 0.14. Literally on the price floor.
Oh, solid purchase.
Got it from Paper Hands. Thank you. And then I got another ETH bag. I really like this guy. Maybe I did say 1.4. Maybe I was tripping.
He's sad because he lost all of his ETH to NFTs.
Yeah, dude, I vibe with that. And yeah, this ETH bag is a really cool attribute that I like. It's pretty undervalued right now. I paid 1.5 for one for before, so I'm just DCAing at this point. But I still love the project. I still love the team. And there's still tons of value that you can get out of going to these events. This guy's kind of cute. Like this teeth. I like the baby tooth one too. All right, that's enough. Hearts project, Ryan. What do you want to look at next?
Maybe just check out the rankings.
For what?
On OpenSea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stats, rankings. Boom.
And I feel like you haven't, but let me ask just in case. Have you done any research on OK Bears? Know anything about it?
It's a Solana project.
Exactly. Why even look at it?
And they just copied all the Bored Ape Yacht Club attributes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Checks
But
out.
this
Yeah, look at
mint
this
was
tough.
like-
Look at this little thing on the chest right there.
Very similar.
Bruh. I'll open this in a new tab just so I can side by side them because it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, but if I could have gotten
Embarrassing? Oh, sorry.
Nice one,
Continue.
I would have got in on the mint if I knew about it. I didn't even know about it until after mint. But it minted like a week ago for 1.5 Solana. So $150. Now they're like, what? What's the price for, Logan? You might have saw. 70, 80, 90.
Solanas.
Yeah.
Solanas. It's 155 Solana. That's 100.
And they got listed on OpenSea. This was one of the first Solana collections to get listed that I saw on OpenSea. They were like 60, 70 Solana. Now they're already 155. Maybe this is a new trend in the market to be buying up Solana NFTs. Either that or maybe there's just so many users on OpenSea that already have Solana. So why not spend some of that Solana? I spend my ETH on NFTs, might as well spend my Solana as well. Try and grow my bags. I think that's probably what's happening here.
Look familiar at all? Dude, they literally just ripped everything. Yeah, not for me.
Have you seen that meme with like the girlfriend and her dad, and the dad's like, "I hear you own one of those Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs," and then he goes, "Well, actually, it's a OK Bear on Solana." And he goes, "Get out of my house."
That is a good meme. Comment in the chats is that this project is all getting pumped by one person. Chris talked about OK Bears on the roadmap on Wednesday at 51 Solana. Okay, so if you're not subscribed and watching all of our NFT content, bro, what are you doing? Go watch. Go watch it all.
Making money on Netflix, that's for sure.
And they said Bitcoin is volatile. Netflix is down 70%. So, we'll see. Time will tell all. You're going to pick up an OK Bear, any Solana NFTs, Ryan?
Nah, I don't have Solana, so I'm not going to be picking any up.
Yeah, I definitely see the, new liquidity in the markets when it's on OpenSea. Like, there's probably a good chance that a lot of these projects rip, but I don't really want to spend the time diving through all the Solana
There's too much
projects.
to look at. You just can't.
You really can't, right? You can't feel bad about it either. You just got to make your decision and roll with it. All right, we have 5 minutes left on today's show. What are you feeling?
Well, we missed it last time, so I do want to bring it up. But at this point, it's a little bit of old news. The Beanstalk hack. Pretty interesting what happened. So for those of you who don't know, which I don't expect any of you guys to know, you might have heard it in the news, but I didn't even know what Beanstalk DAO was like a week ago before it happened. But apparently they were making some algorithmic stablecoin through their DAO, and it got hacked, and somebody got a flash loan to buy their DAO tokens, which are used to vote on what to do with the funds, and then vote to send all of the funds to him because he bought over 50% of the tokens, and then pay back the loan with a flash loan. So you can only get a flash loan if the loan gets paid back within a few seconds and it all is executed through code. So most loans you get on the blockchain, you have to put up a ton of collateral. So if you want to get like zero point 0.6 Bitcoin from a loan on the blockchain, you'll have to put up like 1 Bitcoin as collateral. So
Mm.
to loan out this much money, you have to confirm that it's actually going to be paid back before you even get the money. So that's how a flash loan works in a nutshell. Essentially, you show them the code, say, this is how I'm going to pay you back. This is all going to happen in 10 seconds. And then it happens. And a lot of times people use this to exploit different protocols. And that's exactly what happened here. And it's probably not even illegal. I mean, he just voted on a proposal. He had the most tokens, so he was able to pass it. And then he drained out $180 million from the DEX. Ended up with like $80 million because there's a bunch of slippage trying to sell that all in a few seconds. But still, I would not complain with $80 million. I don't think he's giving it back. They weren't backed by any VCs either. So it's not looking good for the members of the Beanstalk DAO. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll be getting their money back anytime soon.
Yeah, neither do I. This is one of the most interesting attacks I've seen to date. So flash loans are really interesting. Basically, as Ryan was saying, you create this like set of rules that will execute all in one block, right? So you make all this ahead of time, you submit it, and it executes, gives you a loan. You could do whatever you want with it, and as long as you give it back within the block. So what he did is he just took 51% control of this DAO and then took all the funds from for himself. I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
And what's interesting here is that the miners could have stopped this. The miners could have taken the money themselves, or they could have just not passed it. There's a huge MEV opportunity here. I suspect that the miners are going to put up a fight next time something like this happens. People will be on the lookout for it now. They'll have those bots running, looking for these opportunities. If it costs you 10 cents to spin up an Amazon Web Services, little bot that will check for it, and you can, take over this $100 million attack, then boom, worth it. So yeah, I mean, the miners pick which transactions go in which order. They saw this flash loan, they pushed it through, and they could have snuck some code in there to send it to themselves instead, right? They could have changed his address. MEV is crazy, crazy world. Hopefully there's a fix. Fingers crossed. All right. Got another comment about Bored Ape Yacht Club. Have KYC approval for those, but no liquid. Is there a flash loan available to get like 5 ETH to get my 2 mints? Well, if that's interesting.
I don't think there would be, because you can't guarantee through code that you can pay back the loan. You're speculating that it will resell and you can pay back the loan, but there's no guarantee that you'll actually be able to make a profit on the land, at least on chain. Right?
Right. Yeah, unless you had like a buyer, you had some plan to get the liquidity back. That's interesting. You could probably try to collateralize some other assets you have on chain. But yeah, if you want to, hold the item in your wallet for more than a second, then not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. That is a good idea though. I like it. All right. 50 seconds left. Let's take the screen share off and send the people out with some wisdom, Ryan.
Well, I dropped a ton of wisdom like 15 minutes into the show. Find that Arbitrum airdrop content. It's there. Go through, watch it. If you didn't watch the entire show, I'm extremely bullish on it. I want all of you guys to get that airdrop. So follow along with us. Be sure to watch that part of this. Do not sleep.
Don't sleep. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Actually, I'll be back at 5 o'clock talking to Super Rare on Benzinga's YouTube channel. So set a reminder, 5 o'clock Eastern time in 2 hours from now. Got a lot of work to do, so we will see you guys later. Peace.